Hey guys, it's Dim, it's Mindset Arc podcast, and today is gonna be the best episode I ever made. And again, I started recording something and I forgot to press the record button. As always, something happens, but it's still gonna be the best episode I fucking made because it is one of the biggest epiphanies I've ever had. I wanted to have this for years. It's really huge. So bear with me and let's go into it. So the preface on this is like I wanted to talk about all the concepts that tie into this abundance mentality, the law of attraction, this concept of fake it till you make it, all this decision that you need to believe in decision before it is made. These concepts. And I tried to implement them before. I think I had relative success with it. But after today, I don't think I did. I don't think I truly did. So, for the context, what triggered this today's epiphany? So for the last couple of days, I was going through some really hard relationship choices in my life with the really awesome goal that I'm seeing. And it ended up in us choosing between two routes that we want to take. That was my suggestion, one of them. And I thought, even by making that suggestion, I already decided. I thought that even that me suggesting that, like, I did everything that I could, and the decision is up to her. Like, that's really true. The decision is up to her now. Because I thought about it already. I gave the possible solutions. And I thought that I made everything I could. And now it's up to reality. It's up to her. And I don't have to control in the outcome. I don't know what it will be. And you know what? It's fucking false. I delegated the choice to her. I didn't choose that myself. Now I understand that. Now, there was a lot of choices that even allowed me to make one of the suggestions how to approach in the future. But you know how it sounded like? It was like really indecisive. It's like, maybe what will happen if we do this? Maybe that will be the good solution. Like, what do you think about that? I didn't make the decision. I thought I did. And so, for the last couple of days after we talked about this, now I'm waiting for her decision, obviously. And I thought I was like really living in limbo for these past days because I don't like when I don't know what will happen. I don't know how it will turn out to be. I'm like in between both of those choices, not being able to follow through with any of them. In my mind, I'm just somewhere in between. I don't know what to prepare for. I don't know how to proceed. I don't know how I want what I want to focus on, what decisions in my other areas of life I want to make. I don't know that because I haven't decided. Because for me, it was okay, I came up with these solutions, now your turn. Now you decide for me. And that sounds like a completely logical choice. Like, it's probably her decision, yes. What will happen? What will actually happen? But that where the concept of believing until it actually happened comes in. That's where I understood that it doesn't need to be the reality for you to act like it is a reality. So I've been asking, after being just anxious about these decisions, about waiting for the outcome for the last couple of days. Today I decided to ask myself some inquiries. First was, it is important what decision she will make. And then the turnaround on that, like, it's not important. And yeah, that is totally true. It's not important what decision she will make. There are really good outcomes from every of these decisions, and my life will continue to go on. Our life will continue to go on. It will give us a lot, no matter what it will be. It doesn't really matter. It will be good either way. It's not really important. And the second one is, yeah, that decision, like, it's not really important. It kind of eased the tension, but it was still there, right? I still thought like, oh, it's still not my decision to make. It's still like I need to wait for the outcome. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how to proceed. Then I decided to ask that. I decided to inquire into my thought of, I need her to make the decision. I'm waiting, yeah, like, I'm waiting for her to make the decision. The underlying thought is, I need her to make the decision. And actually, there are like two turnarounds in this. The first one was, I don't need her to make the decision, and that is totally cool as well, because, yeah, it's not really important what decision it will be. And I don't need her to make the decision. And the second, yeah, but that's like mild one. It's again a little bit eased the tension. But the second one, it just blew my fucking mind. It was, I need to make the decision. I need myself to make the decision. And that's where I understood that I actually didn't make it. That I just suggested the possible outcome. I didn't go through with it. I didn't choose for myself. I was just like, maybe that, maybe that. It wasn't decided for me. I didn't decide this because, yeah, in reality, it didn't happen yet. How could I decide, right? Fucking wrong. I can't decide before the outcome comes in. And in this case, I would have this decision I would know this decision in like about a couple of days. It will be maximum a week. It's quite short time. And still I was giving myself hell for the 2 days. My life was fucking miserable in that time. But these some hard decisions, some hard choices that we kinda decided, that we kinda created the prerequisites for that, and then we wait for the outcome, and we don't know what's gonna happen. And that could take, in some decisions, maybe weeks, maybe months. Maybe you applied to some job or to some university. Maybe you decided to apply for changing the country. Maybe it is some relationship decision as well, but it just takes like a couple of weeks to decide, maybe months. Maybe even fucking years. If you like invested in something and you don't know what's gonna happen. It can take a lot of time, and all this time you're gonna be miserable because you don't know what to expect. You're afraid of both of these decisions. You don't know what to adjust, you don't know what to take next because you think that, oh, if I will act accordingly to one of these outcomes and then the second one comes in, oh, I will be totally unprepared for that. So I somehow need to prepare for two diametrally opposite directions, as is in my case right now. It's like completely opposite ways that we could take. I need to prepare for both of them somehow. Firstly, I don't need to prepare for that. I can decide when the outcome will come. And the second one, I can choose my preferred outcome, what I actually want to happen. I chose mine today. I stopped waiting for the decision. And of course, the decision may come in and it may be something opposite of what I decided. And then I will adjust. Then that will become my new reality. But for now, my reality is one of these outcomes that I want. I fucking really want this. I didn't go at it maybe. I don't go at it with with some doubts. No. I want this. So it is my reality now. It doesn't really happen yet, but it is my reality now. And so I will make everything that I can do to make this happen. I have a different attitude now. I really do. And that is the power of deciding, of believing that it is already there, that it is already the reality, something that you really want to. It is already there. It's here. You can live that. I can live that now. If in a couple of days I will learn that, no, that's not actually the reality is the opposite, okay? Yeah, I will have to grieve a little bit. I will feel a little bit of pain because I already believe in this outcome. Yeah, but that will be the new reality, and that will be definite reality. It won't be something in the middle. It won't be the limbo I was living in the last couple of days. It gives so much power. I think it even makes this outcome that you really want more likely to happen, especially if it concerns other people. Who would you agree with better? The person who comes to you and says like, maybe you should choose that. Maybe that will add to your life. Maybe that will be the something that will be really awesome for you. But I don't really know. Or the other person who comes to you and says like, I know this will fucking work. This is awesome. I know how it will add to your life. Here's like that, and that. It will add to your life. What do you actually want? Like, I would choose fucking this. It may seem a little bit pushy, but it's not. If you're actually not pushing it, you're kind of decided for yourself. You believe in this outcome. You believe in it. You live it. And even if it doesn't happen, you already got a glimpse of something that you really wanted. And you can repeat it again in the future. And that is the awesome power of some long-term investments, like long-term focus. Like as previously, when I was focusing on like getting to know new girls. I was approaching them in the street, and I was like, maybe you will like me. And I wanted to believe the opposite. I wanted to believe that that will be that will be something awesome. I believe in it. No, I wasn't. I wasn't fucking committed to it. I was like, cares. I did something. Now you decide. I delegated the choice to every girl I approached before. Sometimes it worked out. Most of the times it didn't. I don't know if it would have worked out better if I was that committed from the very start. I think it would. I know from a lot of people who talked about this that it usually does. But the main thing that is happening there when you do that, when you commit to some outcome before it actually happens, firstly, you believe in it yourself. You start to enjoy that. You get rid of the anxiety because in your head it is already happened. Now you go according to the outcome that, like, you don't go push on some random strangers that you won't go and like say something that you would say only to the friends you deeply know, or you don't go on the street and like kiss girls because you think it has already happened. You still know the reality, but in your head you believe that it will turn out to be okay. And you do all the steps. It's like, imagine the outcome, imagine what you would. I will still make the examples of some girls that you can approach, because that is important for me, that was important for me. Or even, I will make two examples, that and the relationship later. So the first, like, you approach some girl, you believe that it will turn out to be okay. You will go on dates, you will sleep with her. Yeah, I'm talking to guys mostly here, but yeah, bear with me. So you imagine that in your head. Imagine if that would happen in like a couple of weeks after that, or like in a couple of days. Believe what you want. And you trace back the steps that you took to get there. And the first step is that she responded to you. She wanted this as well. She wanted to get to know you. And that is your first step. That's when you believe in the outcome, when you believe the outcome did already happen. You will act accordingly as the outcome of this first interaction was like that. You won't go ahead of yourself, but you will believe that the outcome of this interaction would be like that, would be positive for you. And you will commit to that. You will believe that. You will have much more energy. You will not have a lot of regrets about this. Another example with the relationship. For example, it starts from you getting to know this guy or girl in some like social interaction, in some meetup. And it ends with you being in a serious relationship. Let's imagine 3-4 months later. You imagine this. You trace it back. What would happen in that first interaction? You will be interested in each other. And you actually do accordingly, like you actually act accordingly to that. You remove all of the anxieties. Okay, you don't remove all of them. You will still have them. You will still have anxieties. You will still have fears. Of course you will. That is important to you. But you will still do the things that are required. You will still commit. It will show up. And that is the point of all of this. How can you expect other person to choose the decision that you want if you haven't chosen it yourself. You go first. They will follow. They cannot follow if you don't show the way. That may happen. That may happen, but that will be a fluke. That will definitely be a fluke. It can come randomly, even a lot of times. And probably at the start it is required for you to believe in the outcome. Yeah, I'm not saying that it is easy. I came to this conclusion after years of trying on all of my goals. Only now it clicked with me. Only now I could believe that. Only now I could use that. For you it will be the same probably, or it will click from the start. But it doesn't really matter. The only thing that matters is when you commit, only then the people can relatively consistently follow you. Only then. And the results of that outcome will be much, much better. Because you actually believe in them. Because you actually try to make them happen. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna start wrapping this up. But I think I wanted to say everything that I wanted to say today. It is really one of the best concepts that actually clicked in my mind. And that's not my concept. Everyone talks about this. And maybe this video will not do that for you. Maybe you need to hear that hundreds more times and then encounter some things that just cause you to think. Then do some inquiries on that, and then finally it will click, as it was for me. I'm not expecting you to understand this from this video, from this episode. But I do know that it is important to know about this, to have this in your mind, that it can happen. That you actually can believe in the outcome before it becomes the reality. It is possible. It is better. You already live your dream. You don't expect your dream to happen in the future. You are already there. The dream is alive. The dream is here. Act according to it. Act like it is the reality. There will be no doubts about that. It can cause some pain, but it will give you much more. It will give you the glimpse of your dream. Like, not even the glimpse, you will feel that you live in your dream. It will feel like it's real. And that is all that matters. We don't want to be miserable on our way to the goal, and then we invent some new goal. And when we invent some new outcome that we really want, and then we delegate our decision to the universe, to the world, to the God, however you want to call it. It's all our life. A lot of people do that. I was doing that. It doesn't have to be like this. You can choose what you actually want. You can live that right now. Nothing stops you. Nothing. So I end up here on this note. Nothing stops you from your dreams. They are here right now.